Let's do a product review of this new Go Power Plus from Walmart. I must say it's a nice little device to have. It's a little small, it's not too big. I mean, you can see how thick it is. It's pretty solid little device, and it's pretty heavy for the size, which is not bad. I got a chance to get two of these a couple weeks ago from Walmart. Regular retail price on these two were $100, but I was able to get mine for $40 each, which is an awesome bargain. So I decided to get two of them. So I checked it out. Looks like it's pretty nice. It's plastic. It's a hard plastic, and it's pretty heavy. It's got two buttons. It's also got radio stations. It does like the if you ever have like weather channels, emergency channels, it's got an emergency channel at the top and stuff. It's got a whole bunch of nice little outlets. There's a power outlet, which is pretty nice. And then it's got the individual USB connection. Let's see. There's a 5.2 volt, 1 amp at the top for two sides. And then it's a smaller one at the bottom. But there's four, which is really nice. It's also got a light on the side, which is convenient, especially when the power goes off. Now, what I do like about this product is the fact that it's small and convenient. I mean, it's not a Jackery or a Blue Yeti. It's just a small device. You know, if I was going camping, I want the convenience to have something that's really small. And this is truly small enough for me to put in a backpack and carry. But it is kind of heavy. But, I mean, for something this size and as the amount of power that this has, it's not too bad. I mean, you can turn it on one side and it'll power up pretty much. And I think it's only 100 watts. It's got a sine wave inverter inside. It's not a pure sine wave, but it's a nice sine wave inverter. But it's only rated at 100 watts. You know, it jacks in really nice. It works really good. It shows you the power, and it actually shows you the temperature of the batteries inside of the unit, which is kind of cool. So when you turn it on, it'll show you the inside temperature of what the battery is. So like you can see on this side, 70 degrees with the batteries. I noticed though, like when you plug it up, if it gets too much heat, there's an automatic fan that actually kicks on and cools the unit from the inside, which is kind of nice. So like I said, you have two sides. One's for the AC for this plug, and then you plug up this side, and it's for all the USB connections and stuff. There's a 12 volt out so that you can connect it to something with 12 volts. And there's also a 12 volt solar input charge, but it takes 15 volts to go inside, which is pretty nice. Now I was able to charge it with the solar pretty nicely. When the sun came out, it actually worked pretty nicely. So I used this plug that came with it. You get two plugs with it. You get this plug, the charger, and then you get this auxiliary plug for the 12 volts. And the 12 volt, it's pretty nice, you know. It's pretty solid. It's good connections and stuff. But I really like the fact that I was able to use my two little solar panels, which is 12 volts on a car application. As you can see, I was able to actually rig it up so that I could actually charge it on this unit. So if I was somewhere far, let's say I was camping or something, I'd be able to take my solar panel, plug it up, and charge the unit. And as you can see, I have the two solar panels. It's not bright day, but it's getting enough sun where it's actually charging the unit. And you can see that it's charging it by the indicator. If you can see that, as it's blinking on and off. But it's actually charging it with the little amount of sun that's actually coming through the window, which is pretty nice. But like I said, it's a pretty nice little unit. Now, like for something that's used for just emergency purposes, I have to say this is pretty nice. I was able to power a small TV and I have a little Roku. I was able to power the small TV in the Roku for approximately 8 hours, which is not bad for something like this, you know. So, for instance, I took this TV. It's small. It's not a big TV. Perhaps, you know, it's just a small TV. And as you can see, I have a little Roku. And I was able to plug this little Roku up to the unit and actually get it to work. And like I said, once I get it hooked up for a second, I was able to connect this to the power station. And I was able to run this easily well over 8 hours, you know. Now, in a situation when you need to have a TV when there's no power in the house just for something to watch, because you're able to go on your phone and you can pretty much use your phone to use it as an internet Wi-Fi, you know, enabling device to watch your phone. But I mean, for the money, the power of something this small for anywhere from 8 to 12 hours is convenient, especially if you want to keep track of the news or something like that. But I have to say, this unit is pretty nice for doing that. You know, small light. This will power a small light. You know, for probably a good 2 days if you have it connected and you just turn it on every once in a while, or if you keep the light on for approximately long hours. But I have to say, for the money, you can't beat this for $40, which is not a bad bargain. You know, like I said, when I opened the box, it just came with instructions, and it came with these two cables. You know, typical 12-volt cable, and then typical like recharging thing. And it's rated at, I think, like I said, it's 15 volts at 3.2 amps. So this is 15 volts, 3.2 amp that you just plug into the unit, and it plugs right into the side right here, and you're able to charge it, which is not bad. And like I said, I'm happy with the product so far. You know, I took it with me in the car a couple times because every once in a while I might want to use it to power like small devices and stuff. The other day I was able to use it for a small vacuum cleaner. Like I usually go to the gas station, or not the gas station, but I usually go to the car wash, and I need to use the vacuum cleaner. And a lot of times I don't have a couple dollars in my book. I usually have my credit card or something or whatever, and I was able to plug it in this and use the vacuum cleaner to actually just use it as a power for a little small vacuum cleaner. And like I said, you can see it right now. I just turned on the TV. So, I mean, it's powering this small TV. And like I said, this is a small TV, but I could probably get about anywhere from 8 to 12 hours off of this. And like I said, I think on the box it's rated at 167 watt hours. It says 45,000 milliamp to 167 watt hours. But like I said, this is a nice little unit. You know, if you looking for something cheap, in which I think it still might be at Walmart, for approximately $40, you can't beat this deal. This is something that's a must-have, especially for somebody who doesn't have a solar generator, for somebody who wants to have something just small and convenient to have around the house. I have to say this is pretty impressive. And like I said, you know, for the money, it's not too bad. You know, like I said, you can have something like this. You know, you think about the stuff that happened to Texas, all those people that were without power for a long time. Something like this might be convenient for you to have in the house. You know, you can't power like a big, I'd say like a big refrigerator off of this, but you can power small devices, like a small TV and stuff like that. The other day, I actually used it to power my big TV on the wall here. If you can see it or not, it was able to power that TV for approximately 3 hours. And that TV, I think, it's a 36-inch TV, which is not bad. And it was able to power that without no problem. And I think that TV is an LED TV, so it doesn't use that much power. But for something that's convenient and it's small and it's heavy, which is really nice, and you can tell that's the batteries in it, they're being so heavy that you're actually getting a pretty nice little unit boxed in. I mean, I wish a lot of the solar generators that are coming out nowadays, like I said, like Blue Yeti and some of the big companies, you know, to give you something small and compact that you can carry and hold and actually put in a backpack. this is convenient, and you can't beat this for the amount of money that they had. I mean, it was regular retail at $100, but they knocked the price down to $100. So I'm not complaining about this deal. I think this is a must-have. It's something that everybody should have, just in case their power goes off for a couple days. You know, like I said, you know, if your power goes off a couple days, you know, you can plug in the two little solar panels that I have, and you can see that it actually just charges it up, you know, which is it's really convenient, you know, and you can't beat that for the money. But yeah, this is my conclusion to this video. This is called Go Power Plus, and it's a must-have. I think for something that's small and convenient, this is actually pretty nice. This is a really good deal.